Hi, Matt Stoutenberg with Peak Power. Thanks for joining us in another video where we are aiming to bring value and give you information. That is the point of all of these videos. And I was just sitting here with the guy behind the camera, Jason, and we were talking about different things, and I said, let's talk about the future. You know, what is the future of solar and the future of energy? And you hear all these things, smart grid and batteries. So on the battery subject, batteries are not included on this video. We can talk about that on a separate video. Batteries will be a part of the future, and so therefore we're going to talk about them in a video in the future. But this is just food for thought. A lot of people have something that I've picked up along the way that's called stick it to the man-itis. And they're sick of paying the electric bill. They're sick of not having control over rate increases. They want to run the air conditioner, but they hold off, so they're sacrificing lifestyle. And so they developed a stick it to the man-itis. And so they want to get away from the control that the major utilities have over their pocketbook. Solar is a solution to that situation. But let's back up for a second here and look at the categories in which solar is being bought and sold at this current filming, which is transition of 2017 into 2018. You've got people that purchase with cash and own it. You've got people that purchase with finance options to own it. Then there's people that lease, and there's people that do power purchase agreements. All of those are offered by a variety of different companies. Something that I always remind people that solar is a contracting business. It isn't like something that you go to Costco and buy off the shelf and just put up on your roof. It requires skills, it requires certifications, knowledge, and design. And sometimes on the latter of those finance options that we were talking about with leases or power purchase agreements, the design there is to create an oversimplified version so that homeowners don't have to quote-unquote worry about a greater decision process. But there's some other things that are happening with those large, what I call big box store sales organizations or finance companies. They are acquiring massive quantities of assets that have asset value, tax credit value, depreciation value. There's things called solar renewable energy credits, or SRECs. If there's a finance company or an asset holder that has 10 megawatts worth of solar systems under their ownership, they can trade those SREC values on the open market, which could have an undetermined amount of value going into the future. Now, if you're a homeowner looking at this video, that's not something that you're going to have access to. If you were to purchase a system, SREC value don't really matter unless you have 10 megawatts. But let's play that out into the future a little bit, where some people think, hey, if I stick it to the man, how are they going to make their money? What about this? What about if utilities get to a point and they say, you know what, we're going to make a big play and we're going to go buy that investment company who owns all those solar systems and bring that generation, or it's called distributed generation, by the way, bring that DG, distributed generation, back under our umbrella. The potential exists in the future that if you've leased or power purchased a solar system, you could end up being under the control of the man again. So, future speaking, I like to say look further into the future and not just on the cost of a kilowatt hour, but who's going to own that system in the next 25 years. Edison, San Diego Gas and Electric, Pacific Gas and Electric, they're all investor-owned utilities with deep, deep pocketbooks. They could potentially make a big play and purchase one or all of these finance organizations that own these solar systems. And another thing that does is that gives them roots into other utility providers' territories. For example, if Southern California Edison decided to buy Sunrun, and Sunrun's got systems in all three utilities, that gives Edison the ability to control assets in those other utilities' territories. Something to think about. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm not trying to introduce an over amount of speculation, but trying to give some food for thought that may not have been considered. I'm an advocate for purchasing solar to own it so that You take control over your energy future. Thanks again for joining us on this video. I hope to bring value in every one of these videos. If you have questions or comments, I invite them. Please be sure to like and subscribe and share and give us your feedback. Thanks again.